What is up, YouTube? Midnitekrawlr back up in this piece, and it's that time for a pickups video for the month of April. Got the Gates of Hell backdrop right here. Badass shirt from Rod and Cotton, picked up years ago. But let's jump into it. First up, we have a VHS. It is I Only Kill the Pretty Ones. This is directed by Dave K, aka A Fiend on Film. An awesome, fun short film that I was happy to be a part of because he used my short film Quandary in this. So I basically have a cameo in this movie, which is kind of cool, man. And he really did some cool hiragana, katakana, kanji style artwork on here. And there's the back as well. Now, if you've never seen this before, I will put the link to the full film in the description below. It's on YouTube. You can watch it for free. And let me show you the inside. He also did a label, as you can see. And a bit glary there, but you guys can all see the I Only Kill the Pretty One goodness that he put together for me and for a few other people as well. Thank you, Dave K, for this really awesome limited edition, and can't wait to work with you in the future. All right, let's kick things off with some more horror. We have 10 Cloverfield Lane. This is one I had been wanting to see for the longest time, and picked this up at Big Lots for 62 cents. Bam, that was a win. Cloverfield, definitely want to revisit that one again. I've only seen like twice, but 10 Cloverfield Lane was awesome, man. There's like two parts to the film. John Goodman is phenomenal. He steals the show. And the second part is just cheesy, batshit crazy, but not going to give anything away. But I really dug the entire movie, man. Lots of fun. What's her name? Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's pretty good in this too. And I picked this one up at the pawn shop for $1, so don't hate me too much. But I had to give Poltergeist Remake a shot. And you know what? It started off a bit promising for me. And it slowly spiraled downwards from there into just like, man, I dropped the ball so bad. But, you know, kind of knew what I was getting into. And it was only $1, so I didn't end up losing too much there. You know what I mean? All right, so I saw my boy Duel666 here on YouTube. Picked this up on Blu-ray recently, and I had to find a copy. I couldn't find a Blu-ray copy, but I found a DVD version for about $5 on Amazon. And you get Peter Jackson's King Kong, which I definitely want to revisit. It's been years since I've seen it, but I really picked it up for these two films right here at the bottom. King Kong versus Godzilla. It's the American version. And King Kong Escapes. Now, I did revisit King Kong vs. Godzilla because it's been years since I've seen it. It's just so much fun, man. I've never seen the Japanese version, so I'm really like curious to check that out since it's like the most complete version and the true version. But this is the one I grew up with, so I just had a blast watching it. King Kong Escapes is one I definitely I'm looking forward to checking out. I'm not sure if I've seen it, to tell you the truth. So I will get around to that eventually, and also give Peter Jackson's King Kong another shot because I did enjoy it the first few go-rounds I've seen it. All right, guys, you're going to hate me again just for a bit, but I had to pick this one up at Dollar Tree to give it a chance, and I did pick up Ghostbusters Remake. You know what? I thought it was okay at times, but it definitely was pretty bad. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to get into it too much more. But it was $1, so, you know, I didn't lose too much there. All right, and finally for the horror. Girls, Gangsters, and Zombies. Now, this is a very cool Switchblade Pictures release that a Phenom Film hooked me up with. Now, I don't have the cover art, sadly, but the disc is just fine. Just a lot of fun, man. You get some Yakuzas, you get some zombies, and then you get some sleaze as well. So all around a good time. And really enjoyed that one. All right, guys, so let's jump into some Asian cinema. We're going to kick things off with some Japan. And we have a Yakuza in Love. This was a really good movie. This is directed by Rokuro Mochizuki, who's known for his Yakuza movies. But they have a certain twist and bleakness to them. And this is the fourth one I've seen. And this one had like shades of Takashi Miike in it. You have this Asian Yakuza who is like addicted to heroin, and he is just flipping his lid all the time, man. And he ends up abducting this waitress from a coffee shop, and he slowly manipulates her, and she falls in love, and it's like a really strange, chaotic relationship, man. But you just can't stop watching. Really enjoyed it, man. Probably out of the 4 movies that I've seen so far, this is his best. So really enjoyed that one. All right, next up we got a Hong Kong Japanese co-production, and it's going to be Color of Pain. Really fun stuff right here. This one is basically a Japanese assassin who gets shot in the head during one of his missions. Kind of plays it cool. So goes to the bank one day. And he ends up like in the middle of a heist, which are these bank robbers up here at the top. He ends up joining them because he just was like, man, I need that thrill back in my life. Now this cat right here, he's from Biozombie, man. He's in a lot of movies too, so it's kind of cool to see him. And you also get Josie Ho in here, who plays like a police chief who's out to get this bad group of men. And just really good stuff, man, all around. Really enjoyed it, man. And it's like it's set in Hong Kong, so you get that Hong Kong vibe all throughout. All right, here's another Hong Kong flick right here. This is also a co-production. I forgot the other country, but this is Invisible Target. I could be wrong on that, but anyways, Invisible Target, really cool. Another bank, not a bank, but another kind of robbery esque kind of film where you have like these bad dudes. They rob a armored vehicle, and you have like these 3 cops that come together. They're all troubled and have like their pasts are all shady, but you get the cops versus the bad guys, but you get some really good acting in this and action sequences. Nicholas Say, he plays one of the cops. He's freaking awesome. And Wu Jing, who's right here, he plays the lead bad guy. And Wu Jing, if you don't know him, he's like up there with Jackie Chan and Jet Li and Donnie Yen. He's just phenomenal in this, man. He's badass. And this movie did not disappoint, man. It is balls to the wall from beginning to end. Highly recommend Invisible Target. Next up, we have Fist Power, also from Hong Kong. This one has Anthony Wong, and he plays a crazy role in this. He plays like this ex-military dude who he's getting his daughter taken away, but it's not his blood daughter. It's like his stepdaughter, but he wants her back, and he'll do anything. So he holds a school hostage, man, full of like little like maybe first, second graders, and it's up to Vincent Zhao, as you see on the cover. He's awesome. He's a badass to kind of like take them down, man. And you get all sorts of good action throughout this movie, man. You get some car chases as well. You get some lethal ladies, some bad chicks kicking ass. It's just awesome, man. This was a nice surprise, and it's also a Tai Sang release, which if you're a fan of Tai Sang, you know what's up. All right, next up we have some Donnie Yen, and this is a collection, 3 films: Special ID, Legend of the Fist, and Flashpoint. You get them all separately inside, so that's pretty cool. But I picked this one up for Legend of the Fist because I wasn't sure if I'd seen it or not, and it's really good stuff. It's kind of like a sequel to Jet Li's Fist of Legend, and Donnie Yen just kicks ass left and right. But Shu Qi is also in it, and she is just absolutely gorgeous, man. If you've never seen Shu Qi, just Google her up, and man, she is just probably one of the most beautiful women in the world, man. I'll tell you that much. I'm a big fan. But yeah, definitely look forward to checking out the other movies very soon. All right, next up we have A World Without Thieves. Now this one is coming from mainland China, I believe. It's set in mainland China. Basically, you have like this naive farmer from rural town. He is gonna go get married, and he has a bunch of cash, and the locals, they tell him, no, man, we'll wire the money to Beijing or wherever he's headed. I believe it's Beijing. He's like, no, I trust everybody, man. Everybody's good, and I'll take the cash with me. Lo and behold, you have Andy Lau and his wife. They're a bunch of pickpocket thieves and masters, man, and they kind of befriend him, And then you have these bad dudes over here. You have Li Bingbing and company, and they kind of want to get his cash as well. And then you also have the cops who are out to just bust everybody. But you have like this really cool dynamic where you get these 3 sets of groups that are just trying to one up each other. Really good stuff, man. It's really claustrophobic at times because it's set on a train most of the movie. But you get all these kind of crazy scenes where like they're displaying their pickpocket skills and what have you. Really fun stuff. Li Bingbing is just freaking gorgeous in this. Andy Lau, he's good, like you would expect. But all around fun film. Fun film. Now, a not so fun film was Blood Money. Now, sadly, this one didn't cut the cake for me. I was just hoping for like a really cheesy action movie, and for the most part, it is. But The lead actor, Zhang Lu, in this, he is just terrible, man. He is just completely one-dimensional, man. And you just can't root for him as a good guy, you know, as a main actor. The story's all over the place. The editing is garbage. The pacing is atrocious. The only high point is you have Gordon Liu in a few short scenes who just steals the show, man. He's just freaking awesome, man. Gordon Liu, man. He plays a Shaolin monk, as you would expect. And he also has a fight scene in this as well. It's not that long, but it's kind of cool to see him kicking ass. And also picked up Red Sonja. This is a Dollar Tree score, and I'm glad it was, because this movie was so freaking bad. The animation is not like full animation. It's kind of like comic book panels that they kind of made come to life by slightly moving their joints left and right and what have you. But the artwork itself is just bad. It's not even good comic art. And the voice acting, aside from Red Sonja's voice actress, who she's okay. She's not like great, but she's okay. The rest of the cast is just garbage, man. It's just some bad voice acting. The story itself is just kind of bland. It's kind of okay, but you know, when you throw the artwork in the mix with the story, it just kind of, you don't even care. I just honestly, I couldn't wait for this movie to end. Very sad. It's very disappointing. 3 out of 10 if I had to rate this one, guys. Avoid it at all costs. And finally, guys, I do have a couple of VCDs to show you. I recently hooked up with a homie on Instagram who was from the same Austin area as I am. You know, well, the same Austin area. From the Austin area. And we ended up hooking up at an outside bar patio, you know, following COVID restrictions and guidelines. But we hung out, and we got to share some stories of Hong Kong cinema, Asian cinema, and all that good stuff. He hooked me up with a bunch of VCDs. So let me just show you what he hooked me up with. Right, so he hooked me up with Ring of Fire VCD, which is pretty cool. Just really like this kind of stuff, man. Just really cool. And also Ring of Fire 2. And in case you guys want to know who that guy is on the cover, it's Don the Dragon Wilson, man. Yeah, he's in both the movies. And what's funny is a Fiend on Film recently sent me Ring of Fire 3, Lion Strike. So I haven't got around to checking this one out, but I definitely will. But I have 3 of the Ring of Fire films. I don't know if that's all of them, but that's pretty cool. And also, continuing with the VCDs, I got this one right here. This one's called Mr. Tim Muay Thai Fighter. And some more Muay Thai movies. There you go. And that's the last one from Thailand. And I got one from China as well. Now, this one's kind of interesting. It has a chick right here on the cover, and she looks like she's doing some moves, man. So, yeah, I really look forward to checking those out. I definitely will. But that's going to be my update, guys, for the month of April. I'll catch you guys again very soon. Until then, peace.